This segment of the Indigenous Languages Series was filmed in the Canadian Museum for Human Rights, situated on ancestral land on Treaty 1 territory. Lisa Muswagon is a member of the Pimicikamak Cree Nation, also known as Cross Lake in Northern Manitoba. Lisa is an Inuit Cree. Lisa grew up in Northern Manitoba, the Interlake and Winnipeg. Her father attended the residential school at Guy Hill, and her mother attended day school at Cross Lake. An intergenerational survivor, Lisa also attended day school at Jack River School and experienced the residential school system's effects. She is on the path of breaking cycles such as learning to speak Cree to pass on to the children and grandchildren. Isabel Scribe is a member of the Pimicikamak Cree Nation, also known as Cross Lake in Northern Manitoba. Her homeland is Pimicikamak, and she is a fluent speaker of the Swampy Cree language. Isabel and her husband Charles raise their kids in ceremonies and with traditions. She provides culturally responsive counseling, therapy, and Indigenous ceremonies and empowerment through storytelling, workshops, sharing circles, and much more.
Hello, my relatives. My name is Lisa Muswagon, and I am a member of the Pimicikamak Cree Nation, also known as Cross Lake, which is located in Northern Manitoba. I have beside me my mother. Her name is Isabel Scribe, and her homeland is the Pimicikamak Cree Nation. And we are here to talk to you and show you some of our Swampy Cree language. I wanted to let you know that there are different dialects in our Cree language. We have what's called the TH dialect, we have the Y dialect, we have the CH dialect. So there's several different dialects. If you look them up, you'll definitely see them there. So just an FYI about Cree, we have different dialects. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because we want to teach you, the words that we want to teach you today can also have different pronunciations in different regions of Canada. As for us, we come from Northern Manitoba, we come from the Treaty 5 territory, therefore we are from the Swampy Cree dialect. Now my daughters, my husband, who is also a Cree, he comes from Alberta, and so they're Plains Cree. So just an idea, an example of the kinds of Cree that are out there. So if you're out there and you meet someone who's Cree, they can either be from James Bay, they can be from out east, they can be from out west, and they can be from in the middle of Canada or up north, because Cree is the biggest language group in Canada, and we're so grateful to be a part of that. So we're going to start by teaching you some basics, which are numbers. And we want to start by showing you how to say the number 1. So I'm going to share them in English and show you the numbers. My mother will say them in Cree, And then we'll say them together and you can say them. So let's get started. All right, okay, so we'll start with one. Mom, how do you say one?
Beyak. One means beyak, or you can use two dialects in Cree. For number one, it's called piek, or beyak, bek, or beyak.
So let's
Bek, yeah, one, yeah, that's one. Number one, yeah, bek.
So let's try that together. So
Beyak.
beyak,
Beyak, yeah.
beyak. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Beyak. There you
One,
go.
yeah.
That's one. Okay, so obviously we're gonna go for the next one, which is
Number two,
2, yeah, and we say,
Niso.
yeah. So we say niso. So let's try that together. 1, 2, 3. Niso.
Niso.
Now you try that at home. 1, 2, 3.
Niso. Niso.
Good job.
Good job, yeah.
So the next number that we're going to do is 3, which is said.
Nisto.
See, that almost sounded like
Nisto.
2, but it said
3.
nisto.
Okay. Nisto.
Nisto. So let's try that at home. 1, 2, 3.
Nisto. Nisto.
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next number that we're going to try is number 4, which is
Ne-wo. Ne-wo.
ne-wo.
Number 4.
So let's say that together at home. 1, 2, 3. Ne-wo.
Ne-wo.
Good
Ne-wo.
job. Great. And of course, we're going to get to our famous number 5.
5, yeah.
Now, it's a little bit trickier, so pay attention. And we say it.
Nyanan. Kasi?
Yeah.
Nyanan. Nyanan. Nyanan.
Nianan. So it's a little bit trickier. So let's all try that together. 1, 2, 3. Nianan. Nianan. Nianan.
Yeah, nyanan.
5. Yeah, so it's a little bit trickier. I know you might have noticed that some words can sound long, or some letters can sound long, right? Like there's a lot of right? Like niso, nisto, newo, nianen. And those are the different, I guess, the long and the short vowels in our language. And we'll get to those we'll get into those as we go along. But right now we're learning the basics, which is the numbers. So we should try to recap the numbers that we learned. So we'll say them together, me and my mother, and then we'll try them with you at home.
Okay, we'll say it twice, huh?
Yeah, okay. So,
Bek,
bieg,
niso,
nisto, nisto, newo, nianen. Okay, we'll try that
Okay.
again.
Bek,
Bieg, niso, nisto, newo, nianen. Nianen, yeah.
5, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm still learning, so
Yeah.
I got to work on my own pronunciation. So let's try that at home, everybody. So 1, 2, 3, bieg.
Niso, nisto, newo, nyanan. 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There. Good
Yeah.
job, everybody. Thank
Yeah.
you for trying.
Yeah.
And if you got a little bit tongue twisted, that's okay.
Okay.
We're all here to learn. I'm here learning myself, so I make mistakes too, and that's fine. So we wanted to turn it up a little bit. We wanted to turn the notch up a little bit because we taught you some basic numbers, but also you might be curious learning about maybe a couple of the animals that are around us here in our hometown. So in where I live, I see a lot of rabbits. So in our Cree language, how we say rabbit is
Wapus.
yeah,
Wapus, rabbit.
wapus.
Wapus.
Yeah, so let's try that together at home. 1, 2, 3.
Wapus,
Wapus.
rabbit.
Good job. Awesome. Now, what's another word we can try, Mom?
A wolf.
A wolf.
Yeah, a wolf.
Okay, yes. Because you don't want to see, well, you could see the random wolf somewhere around here. So let's learn that word. So we say wolf is
My gun. My gun.
yeah, my gun.
My gun.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to say about my gun is that in other territories it can have an extra little syllable like Maya gun or Maya gun.
My gun.
Yeah. But how we say it where we come from is my gun.
Cree, yeah.
Yeah. And so let's try that at home. 1, 2, 3. My gun. My gun.
My gun.
Yeah, so that's how you say
Yeah.
wolf. So the next animal that we want to share with you is, let's go for the bear. The bear. Now, what do we know about bear? Bears can be, well, they're all around us. They're out there. Now we got to be careful because bears come out. It's the season where the bears are coming, right? So we got to be careful. Now, in our language, we say bear.
Musqua. Musqua.
Musqua.
Bear.
So
Musqua.
let's try that at home. 1, 2, 3. Musqua. Musqua. There, good job. So let's try 2 more animals because we're having so much fun with this, and then we'll recap it all. And those are some awesome words for your vocabulary. So what's another word? What's another animal we can try, Mom? Let's see. We all have them in our homes, and they can be pets, and they're lovable, and they're our best friends, and they are a dog. So
Tim. A Tim.
let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. Tim.
A Tim.
A Tim.
A dog, yeah.
And that's how you say dog in Cree. Now, the 5th animal that we can learn is, let's see, we learned, oh, I know another word that we can use. We can use, it's not an animal, but it's a bird. We can learn how to say, let's learn how to say eagle.
Eagle.
Which is?
Mikisu. Mikisu. Eagle. Mikisu.
So, Mikisu. So let's all try that together at home. 1, 2, 3. Mikisu.
Mikisu. Mikisu. Eagle.
And those are some animals that are, how we say the animals and a bird in our language. The one thing I learned about Mikisu is that the Mikisu is, you might have been out, and I don't know if you know what a powwow is, but it's a celebration and it's a gathering, and you might see at a powwow that the people are wearing what's called regalia. They're not costumes, they are regalia. And so the regalia is used in our culture for dancing and to honor our loved ones, to honor the ones who have danced and whatnot. There's a whole bunch of teachings behind the powwow and that I hope you get to experience. But coming back to Mikisu, when you go to a powwow, you're going to notice on the regalia that a lot of them have eagle feathers, right? And so in our culture, they say that the eagle is the most wisest, oldest bird around. And so the Mikisu has seen a lot in its time, and also it's the most highest flying bird. And so we believe in our culture that the eagle carries our prayers to the heavens. So that's why we honor Mikisu, and we wear eagle feathers in our regalia. And so I wanted to share that with you, because sometimes people say, well, why do they have feathers? It's because the eagle is an honorable bird, and he's one of the teachings, which means wisdom out of the 7 sacred teachings. And he carries our birds. The Mikisu carries our prayers up to the heavens, and therefore we receive our blessings. And that's the importance of Mikisu. And all these animals have very important teachings, and we're hoping to share that with you in the future. And so with that being said, I guess we should recap the animal words that we learned today. The first word that we learned was rabbits, which was...
Yeah. Wapus. Wapus.
So let's try to say that at home. 1, 2, 3. Wapus.
Wapus.
And the second animal that we learned today was Maigan. It was wolf, right? So we say
Maigan. Maigan. Wolf.
So let's try that at home. 1, 2, 3. Maigan.
Maigan.
So the third animal that we showed you today was Musqua, which is bear. And so we say bear as
Musqua.
So let's try that together at home.
Musqua.
Musqua.
Yeah.
And that's how you say bear.
Bear, yeah.
And the last animal that we shared with you, well, a bird, is Mikisu, which is eagle. So we say eagle as
Mikisu.
Mikisu. So let's try that at home. 1, 2, 3. Mikisu.
Mikisu. Wow.
And the final word that we learned earlier was dog. And we say atim. So how we say dog in the Cree language is
Atim. Atim.
So let's try that at home. Atim.
Atim.
Yay, that was awesome. Thank you, everybody. And with that being said, my mom wanted to share with you another way to say goodbye, which is...
I'd like to say thank you for learning and the opportunity to share my knowledge and experience with you. Ekusane. Ekusane. Thank you.
Egusane.
Ekusane, thank you.
So, Egusane, and thank you for having us be a part of this and coming into your living room and teaching you our language. We really hope you enjoyed it, and we can't wait to see you again. Thank you.